Today we are up here to do the walk-on and just thank you all for coming out. We feel very humbled to stand in front of all of you today. Today we commemorate and celebrate all of our fathers and everyone in the audience who plays that fatherly role. So even if you are not the biological, but you may be the stepfather, you may be the brother, the uncle, the cousin, the grandfather, whoever. We just truly appreciate you and all that you do for the children here at Alliance for Progress Charter School.
Donuts.
Hi, my name is Tina Lloyd. I am one of the leadership team members here at Alliance for Progress Charter School. And I'm currently serving in the capacity as the director of school climate. So Dads and Donuts is our annual event where our children are able to sit down and participate in a breakfast with their dads. Traditionally, we know that moms are, the ones who kind of get the kids up traditionally. Get them off to school. Lots of times they bring them to school, drop them off on their way to work. And so we just wanted to give the students an opportunity to spend some time with their dads and to kind of have dads switch into that role, into the traditional role, which typically is handled by the mom, getting the kids up, getting them off to school, and then doing a breakfast with them.
Stefan Laws.
Cyrus Majestic Stevens.
My name is Sidney Young.
Dads for Donuts.
Dads and Donuts.
Dads for Donuts.
That event is about bringing all the fathers and the children that attend the school together.
It's just about being there for my son. You know what I'm saying? Giving him what I never did, or what I never received growing up.
Seeing other fathers involved, knowing that it ain't just, we get a bad break as fathers. We get a bad break because there's a lot of deadbeats out there. So we get a bad break. It's good to see that fathers get together and they positive. They doing something that they want to be in their children's life.
So Dads and Donuts started off in our school cafeteria about almost 6 years ago. And it was one of our staff members who came to us, and he said he had to, he asked me if he could leave, if he could come in late that day because he had to do Dads and Donuts with his son at school. And I kind of inquired as to what Dads and Donuts was, and he showed me this flyer. So when he came back, he said, that morning, he said, this is something that we could do. So I looked over the flyer, he and I kind of talked about it, and we made it happen. And we started off in the cafeteria, with about 15 to 20 dads. In each of our buildings, we have 3 separate locations, but we share 2 cafeterias. So we had in our cafeteria, and it was kind of like a small event where we would buy donuts and juice, and dads would come and they would sit and talk to their kids, and a half hour later they would leave. It has since grown to outgrow the school. We thought about doing it in shifts per grade. So we kind of partnered with the YMCA on Broad Master. And initially our first year, and we took over half of the gymnasium there. And now we take over the entire gymnasium. And again, we're outgrowing that as well. So now it's about 420 dads strong. And it's just an opportunity for them, again, to just spend time in the morning with their children, work on a little activity. And we have some fantastic keynote speakers.
I think that it's great to see everybody out here. This is great. When you think about the news and what's going on, all we always hear about is the negativity, right? And look at all these people out here. Where's the news at now? Seriously, where they at? But that's okay, because we don't need them for us to be great dads. We don't need them to be great dads. We have to remember that. We don't need them. So I want to commend you, everyone that's out here, for being here and being in support of your children. The reason why we're here is because the question is, how do we support our children in this day and age with higher education? Look, I didn't go to college right away out of high school. I didn't. That's just my story. But we want to encourage all of our kids to do that just because we didn't do it. All of my kids right now have college degrees, even though I didn't go to school right out of high school. But I encourage them to go forward and get their degrees regardless. And one of the ways I did that is I went to school later on. And every time I graduated with one of my children. Your kids don't listen to a word you say, but they watch every single thing you do.
And I think that you all should really turn around, give each other a big shake of the hand, pat on the back or something, because you got it right. You got it right. Let me tell you, your children, what they do, how they grow up, how they feel about themselves inside, have a lot to do with you. In fact, you are the most influential figure, aside from the mother, that we don't want to leave us mothers out, but the father plays such an important role in the children's lives until I am going to make the statement that you see those young people incarcerated. Guess what? About 90% didn't know their father. The father was not around. He didn't take any time. And that's what you see. We don't have criminals. These children are not criminals. These young people are not criminals. It's a hole right here. It's a hole in their heart that only the love of a father and a mother can fill. That's what the problem is.
The brothers and sisters, I'm going to tell you, and I have to be animated and consider to say it. Usually we don't see this many males until we go to correction centers. Seriously. We don't usually see that many. So, I mean, it's heartwarming because we really don't see it out like this. We really don't.
I just wanted to welcome you guys to the Y. Your kids have been here. They come here for our camps, after school, and so on. But we really want to get you guys involved too. We have a Father's Club that'll be starting in March. So if you would like to just come, it's more of like a powwow, hangout time for you and your kids. We've got pool tables upstairs. We've got plenty for your kids to do and be involved in, but it starts with you guys. We have membership information at the Welcome Center, so just stop in and get the information up there. We provide memberships to everybody at little to no cost.
My name is Ramir Smith. I'm in 3rd grade in Ms. Moscow's class, and this is a quote to my dad. I'm glad you're my dad, but sometimes you get mad, and you always want the best for me. That gives me the education and the key, and I'm glad you're my dad.
My name is Alicia Gambrell, and I'm in 3rd grade, and I'm in Ms. Moscow's class. And this is a poem to my dad. I think you're sweet like candy. I think you're really handy. I think you're very funny. I think you're as cute as a bunny. I think you're very fun. I think you're my honey bun. Please, I hope we'll be friends to the end. Please, I hope we'll be friends to the end. When I'm at school, I think about you. I love you, Dad.
It's called My Dad. Dad, you always know just what to say, and I'm glad that I get to see you every day. Every time I saw you, your smile brought me to life, and I knew someday my mom would be your wife. Having a dad is every boy's dream, but having you as a dad is different, so it may seem. You're lovable, funny, and very caring, and even when you brought home treats, you were always sharing. My father is a man like no other. He loved me unconditionally. There are not enough words that I can say to describe how important he is to me. And what a powerful influence he continues to be. I love you, Dad.
This poem is called Dead. God took the power of an earthquake, the comforting of a blanket, the faith of a mustard seed, the patience of eternity, the leadership of a king, the devotion of a guard, the wisdom of an elder, the warmth of a summer's day, the honesty of a book, the support of a bridge, and the humor of a comic. Then God combined these traits. When there was nothing else to add, he knew his work of art was complete. His masterpiece, not man-made, but handmade by God. And so, he called it Dead.
Thank you, Monette. Appreciate that poem about our dads. This time, our CEO/principal, Ms. Hightower, is going to come and she's going to speak about our events coordinator, our events committee. So let's see her with a nice round of applause as she comes to talk about our events committee here at Alliance.
Thank you, Mr. Peterson. Good morning. I'm going to start with a poem. He never looks for praises. He's never one to boast. He just goes on quietly working for those he loves the most. His dreams are seldom spoken. His wants are very few. And most of the time, his worries will go unspoken too. He's there, a firm foundation, through all of our storms of life, a sturdy hand to hold on to, in times of stress and strife. A true friend we can turn to, when times are good or bad. One of our greatest blessings, the man we call our dad. I didn't write that, so.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Well, give me all you got and don't hold it back. Well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Hey, go! Bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too high, bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said,